Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Mystic Destinies, and we are on part 101. Woo! I don't know, it's not nearly as exciting as 100. I was trying to make it exciting. Anyway, final chapter, and then we get our path ending. So I'm pretty sure it'll just kind of roll in after this chapter. So this might be our last part. Well, not our last part. We'll do whatever other ending we don't get. So I'm completely disoriented by the sudden change in scenery, as well as feeling a solid floor beneath my feet. I'm unsteady, but manage not to fall. Hikaru's hand shoots out to grab my arm anyway. Are you okay? Yeah, just a little tired and confused. I can't believe I'm actually finally back here. Oh, look, he's a pretty normal dude again. Me neither. Hikaru transformed back to his normal self, and I find myself on the verge of tears. This Hikaru, it feels like it's been ages since I've seen him. Well, I guess it has been. But he was unconscious the whole time. And those other Hikarus weren't him. He doesn't remember any of that stuff. Pain shoots through my heart, but I'm happy too. And so relieved that I finally was able to save him. Mother? I realize there's another woman in the room. I was confused for a second. I'm like, why is he calling us his mother? And then I was like, oh, right, okay. Haruka's probably there. Okay. Woo, that was weird. She walks toward Hikaru with tears in her eyes, her arms outstretched. He meets her in a hug, and she doesn't let go. Hikaru, I'm so glad you're alive. My heart squeezes painfully, but in a good way. Because the entire time, I was fighting for Haruka, too. So many emotions, and I don't remember the last time I slept. I'd better sit down. I managed to wobble my way over to the floor cushions and sink down. I sigh what's probably the deepest sigh of relief I've ever had in my life. Yeah, you probably fucking stink, too, because you've been, like, wandering for at least 10 days without a fucking bath in fucking 1400s fucking Japan. So, just saying. You are probably dirty and stanky. Haruka spends a few moments examining Hikaru, asking him if he's alright and checking him over while he insists that he is. Finally, Haruka looks at me. Nara, thank you. In the end, you were able to save him. Huh? Oh, I guess so. I actually don't really know what happened in the end. Why Hikaru revived when he did. That's simple. Haruka giggles. Well, I figured it out anyway. You had a piece of Hikaru's soul fragment within you. What? How is that even possible? I don't know. I guess it's because you were there when his soul was fragmented. It attached to you. But I'm not Hikaru. So how could that happen? I'd say he bonded with you because your soul vibrates at a similar frequency as someone he cared a lot about. Shizuka. Right, of course he'd cling to Shizuka. But now that I look at the two of you, I don't think that's it at all. I think when you tried to sacrifice yourself to protect Hikaru, it was Hikaru's will to protect you that released it. His will to protect me? Haruka smiles and walks over to me. I scramble to get up, but she gives me a tight hug. That's all I'll say. I believe Hikaru knows the rest. Thank you so much. I can never repay either of you. But I promise, from now on, I'll watch over both of you. I did it because he deserved it. That's all. Yeah, bitch, you love him. You want to have his babies and shit. And thank you. But that sounds like a lot of work, trying to watch two people at a time. Haruka giggles again. I don't think it'll be as much effort as you think. Haruka waves. Farewell. We'll speak again soon. She's like, you're gonna move in here and have his babies, you silly girl. Boop! Boop you on your silly little boopity boop nose. Boop boop, silly kid. Poof. She's gone and you're like, your mom's gonna be watching over us. It's gonna make sex really awkward. Your mom's like, oh, I'll come back later. Please do, Mom. Fucking creepy. With that, Haruka disappears in the blink of an eye. I'm left standing, stunned and overwhelmed at everything she just said. Hikaru comes to stand next to me then, nearly giving me a heart attack with the intense look in his eyes. Inara, we need to talk. Oh, okay. My heart pounding nervously, I force my weary self back down to the floor. The battle with Sunika and all this stress, I think it's finally hitting me. On top of it, I don't even know how to act with Hikaru after all this. I stare at his aqua eyes across the table and give a little smile. Back where we left off, huh? Hikaru sighs and scratches his head. Yeah, I guess we are, thanks to you. So, about that, just how much do you know or remember of everything? That's what I wanted to talk to you about, actually. I remember everything. You remember? Wait, what? How? You heard what Mother said. You were carrying a piece of my soul within yours. So it was like I was with you the whole time. The shards the other Hikarus held, the one you held, I remember everything that happened during those times. It's all kind of jumbled right now, but I think I got it. Everything. Oh my god. As I try to process all this, Hikaru leans over and grabs my hand. I stare down at his hand in shock, as if it were some strange alien. He pulls on it a little, and I'm tugged closer to him. Hikaru takes advantage of this to whisper in my ear. I'm sorry. I know I haven't been good to you. My face is probably tomato red as I try to stammer out a reply, but Hikaru leans over to give me a kiss on the cheek. Ah! I hope that we can start over and make new memories together. Thank you for saving me. I mean, seriously, you might as well just get married. She saved your fucking life. You saved her. I mean, just at this point, it's like, there is no point in, like, you're done. You're together. It's it. You're bonded for life. Because, like, who the hell? He leans back and gives me the cutest smile. He's pink. Aww. Oh my god. Sudden heart attack. That's not fair. How can I say no to that? I give his hand a squeeze, unable to express the depth of everything I'm feeling. I nod. I'd like that. But first, you should get some rest. If you don't mind, you can sleep in my room. I'll even leave the house. No, I mean, I spent a long time trying to save you, and I've gone through a lot of crazy things lately. I'd prefer it if you stayed here. I'd feel safer. But I don't think I'll make it home in the state anyway, so I'll sleep here. The thought of sleeping in Hikaru's bed makes me feel incredibly embarrassed. Oh, you want to roll around in his sheets. But then I remember that I essentially did that 500 years ago anyway. In the end, Hikaru shows me to his room, and I climb into the bed, clothes and all. Ew, your clothes are really disgustingly dirty. That's just nasty. He stands in the doorway, watching me with a peaceful look in his eyes that I've never really seen before. I'll stand here till you go to sleep. Actually, could you just sit on the bed? That'd make me feel kind of awkward if you just stood there. Sure. Is the lady killer really blushing? I don't have much time to think anything else, because the moment Hikaru sits down near me, he grabs my hand. It all feels so warm and comfortable and safe that I instantly fall asleep. That's nice. He sits down, grabs your hand, is probably going to have a nice touching moment, maybe kiss you, and you're just like, oh, just knocked, sleep, freaking snoring out. Completely and utterly at peace for the first time in my life. Final chapter! Which route do we get? Can't be the bad one after that. I mean, I just find that hard to believe. Bad route. Like, I wake up and, nope, I'm dead. Hikaru killed me. We're going to obviously do this. It's the day after Hikaru and I returned to our own timeline. After everything was said and done, it felt like we had been together for ages. Maybe it's because for a short time our souls were together, but even though I didn't admit it, I didn't want to be apart from Hikaru just yet, and it didn't seem like he wanted to part with me either. So after I slept for nearly an entire day and woke up this evening, Hikaru said he'd take me to a small cafe in Chawa. He told me that he likes to frequent it anytime he needs a late breakfast, or early dinner. As I took my seat, I had a look around, taking in the atmosphere of the place. It's very quaint and cozy. I'm almost surprised Hikaru comes to a place like this. Unlike Galen or Chisaki, Chisaki, I haven't really had time to process everything, or anything. And it's confusing to me to think that Chisaki is alive here, but possibly dead in some other timeline. I have to ask Galen how to fix everything I did. Even thinking about it makes me weary, though. Are you okay, Inara? Inara, I haven't gotten used to him calling me that. Yeah, because he used to call us Sparkles the Unicorn? Yeah, it's just, none of this shit actually feels real. You went through a lot in a short period of time. And being in other realms is distorting for humans, especially ones outside of time. Yeah, I hope it sinks in soon. I realize how exhausted I am as I begin to eat. Everything since Sunika popped up has been so emotionally draining that I feel down about, well, everything. And this feels like such a shallow thing to worry about after all has happened, but I do wonder just what Hikaru and I are exactly. Are we still just teacher and student? Are we friends, or... I look at Hikaru, who seems to currently be too preoccupied with his meal to notice me. I fight back the urge to sigh. There's still a lot I don't know about him. Like about his family, and what happened in between the time he woke up from being sealed and now. I know there's a time in the future to learn, but I'm curious. I want to know while I can. Especially if he goes back to treating me like he did before. I'm scared that he'll wake up and this will all have been a dream. That I'll just be back in that place. Hikaru? Hikaru looks up from his food mid-bite. I can't help but smile how unexpectedly childish he looks. It's okay to call you that, right? I told you once before that still holds... I told you once before it was. That still holds true. I told you 500 years ago! It's been 500 years, Inara. I fucking told you. It's just the best argument to have with someone. Oh, okay. Thanks. I was wondering, well, hoping that you could tell me more about yourself. Hikaru puts down the fork. I'm not that interesting, but what do you want to know? I want to know about your school days at Hagawara, what it was like starting life in this time period. My school days? Well, Galen helped me get into Hagawara. Imagine how it felt learning that Lady Shizuka was the patron of the school. I got a job on campus and began studying to be a professor. I didn't know what else to do, but I enjoyed learning about the history I had missed. I felt guilty because of it. I wasn't around to help those people. So I thought the least I could do was learn what happened while I slept. That I could pass down the knowledge of those mistakes to a new generation. I also wanted to help people. Plus, the pay as a magical professor is pretty high. Karu laughs. So it was natural for me to dual major and study that as well. I worked hard on adjusting to the dialect difference in technology here. That was always a struggle for me. I think I got the hang of it. Other than that, I was pretty popular around campus, I guess. Any divine being's aura immediately attracts other living creatures. Even if you're introverted like me, you're going to be noticed. Sounds like a curse for an introvert. No kidding. And my looks attracted a lot of attention, too. It's normal for demigods. They tend to be considered very attractive among humans. But on a large scale like a university campus, that was a new experience. I didn't probably always handle it well. And what about your love life? Do you really want to know about that? You might not like the answers. Let's ask him. Yes. All right, well, you asked. It's not in my nature to hold anything back. It's been extremely varied. Back in the past, no, I never dated anyone. I got close to a few girls, but the only one I ever had been serious about was Lady Shizuka. But here, you were serious about her, but she wasn't into you, so... I dated a lot, trying to fill the loneliness I had from being thrown into a new age. I wouldn't really say there was much love in it, though. Not usually. Hookups, flings, whatever you want to call it. Depending on my mood, that was something I did as a distraction. So he's a man whore. Oh. He's a sad little man whore who just man whored because he didn't know what to do with himself, not because he's a douche. Not sure that makes it any better, but whatever. Sometimes I'd get disgusted with it all, though. Disgusted by how easily girls would fall into my lap. Wow. I knew the only reason they wanted me was because of that divine attraction and my looks. Precious few people ever wanted to take the time to get to know me. So I had a lot of physical relationships that ended up being meaningless. And a few emotional ones that ended up good life experience, at least. My last ex was Luz Sapienti. The healing teacher? Yes, we're just good friends now. She wanted to take things a lot faster than I did. She was ready to settle down, and I wasn't. Commitment has never been my strong point. I think maybe that's just because I never found the right one. Anyway, I wanted to kind of apologize for all the crap you've been through for me. But I realize that's probably a massive task that will take a long time. Yeah, so I'm not one to settle down and, like, you're not your mom, so deuces, girl. Like, you just saved my life and all that shit because you're kind of, like, in love with me, but I'm like, I'm just waiting for the douche thing to, like, the douche shoe to fall. Like, I don't know. So, maybe I could start tonight? Tonight? You know that I did save you because I wanted to. You don't need to feel obligated. I just can't help but feel that way. This is who I am. Do you want to go home instead? Turn it over in my mind. Being alone after all the scary stuff I've been through, with gods that can pop up anywhere at any time. Think about, do I just want to go home? Do you want to go home and be alone? Yes, sweet Jesus, yes. No, bitch, no, we want to go home and be alone. Wait, be alone or curl up in a ball with him. I want to curl up in a ball with him, but if that's not going to happen, then I just want to go home. Like, there are two options for me and no in between. No, I'm good. I don't mind doing whatever with you. I mean, going wherever. I'm sure you're still tired, though. So I was thinking just relaxing together. Relaxing together? Relaxing to get, sure. Sounds good. Relaxing together? I didn't think we'd... So soon? Wait, no. Why am I assuming? What am I assuming? It can mean anything by that. There's not need to jump to conclusions, Inara. Relaxing together, not sexing together. He didn't say getting sweaty. He said relaxing. That's not relaxing. That's like... Girl. I mean, you could curl up in a nice little ball and just snuggle, because that would be nice. This is probably a bad time to realize that I don't even know what Hagawara's policies are on student-teacher relationships. Looking at Hikaru, I can't bring myself to ask him either. Well, yeah, why would you be like, so what are their policies on student-teacher relationships? I just meant, like, actual Netflix and chill, not in the way kids talk about it. Like, we'll watch a movie, eat a pizza, I'll sleep on the couch, you can sleep on the bed if you want to. Like, what the fuck, girl? You're not my type. You're not your mom. We quickly finish up eating and leave the cafe together. So this is what you meant by relaxing. Hikaru and I have been taking a stroll around the park. Look how pretty it is. Are those like swan boats? He finishes buying 2 cans of green tea out of the vending machine and hands me one. Yeah, I like taking walks in the evening. Nothing can beat an evening stroll and tea. Did you have something else in mind? No, not really. I just wasn't sure what you meant. Hikaru leans out over the railing, looking at the lake. He looks so picturesque. Oh my god, I can read! I has read can. He looks so picturesque against the setting sun that I have to fight with myself not to pull out my phone and take a picture. Hikaru looks back at me and I look away. A gentle breeze tousles my hair and I move a strand out of my face, tucking it behind my ear. I thought you'd look nice like that. Huh? With the wind in your hair. Did you just... Oh, because he's a wind guy. That's so cute. He was like, yeah, I just wanted to see the wind in your hair, girl. I'm giggling now. Jesus Christ, these novels. And the colors of the sky against your skin. You're really pretty. Yeah, okay. Beautiful works better, but pretty, I'll take that. Hikaru quickly looks away, and I'm not sure if I caught a hint of red in his cheeks or if it's just my imagination. He had them the whole time he was looking at me. Thanks. He laughs. Normally I'm smoother than this, but I can't seem to get my words to come out right now. I come to stand beside Hikaru at the railing, looking out over the lake, too. You don't need to be smooth with me. Just be yourself. Myself isn't that cool. Hikaru gives a I can't, oh my god. I swear, I was like, it was the same thing with self-deprecating laugh. Oh my god, Spacey can't read. Spacey's too, like, to read right now. Self-deprecating laugh, yeah. I was like, what? I know how to read. I know words. It's like me, like, laugh. Like, oh my god. I'm not good at reading right now. I've been playing this game all damn day, by the way. Like, literally the whole thing. I suddenly want to be cool, but it's not working. Does that mean that you like me? A silence passes between us. Maybe it does. 1,000 hopeful feelings bubble up in me, but I squash them down as they come. She's so much more level-headed than most of us. We'd be like, let's get married! Why don't you love me anymore? Is that even okay? If you mean it like I think you do? I mean, because I'm a student. Hikaru shrugs. Dunno, I never asked before. It was my personal policy not to get involved with students. I'm sure it doesn't look good, but... Hikaru leans over toward me and puts an arm around me, drawing me close. Hi. He got really close to the screen. Being against his muscular body and feeling his body heat through his thin shirt makes my cheeks heat up. If you're okay with it, I don't care. We're totally okay with it. If there's something I want, I'll find a way to get it. Or someone. Okay with it? Assuming I'm someone you want, then yeah. I'm really happy and grateful. I'm grateful that you like me. That was kind of... Come on, girl. You are that someone. And it's me who's eternally grateful to you. The two of us fall silent, watching the shimmering water with Hikaru's arm around me. Oh, for fuck's sake, kiss her already. We already banged Shinji. It's totally fine. I can handle this. We need the kissy scene. Give us a kissy scene. Don't make me read sex, though, because that's awkward. The birds chirp to herald the coming of night, and my tensions melt away. For the first time in a long, long time, I feel safe and relaxed. Protected in Hikaru's embrace, I want this feeling to go on forever. I know that whatever troubles the future holds, it's worth it if I can have this feeling. What? No kissy? No kissy kissy? No kissy kissy? What the frick? Damn, it was just... Can we get to the... Can we... We can't do this. I gotta figure out how to, get the dark end. Show about 20 minutes. All right, you know what? I'm going to go do the dark end. I'm going to figure out how to get there, and then I will come back, and we will do the dark end. So we will be back in just a second. Okay, so I don't know if we got there or not, because here's the weird thing. I went back, and I tried to get through the bad path, so I started the beginning of book 2, and I went through and I kind of chose all the opposite things. So I was like, you know, in the beginning when they were trying to ask us, tell us about you, and I was like, I'm going to tell you that I'm trying to save Hikaru. I was like, I'm not telling you anything, assholes! And then, like, when Shizuka was trying to be nice to us, I was like, go fuck yourself! And I was being a dick to her the whole time. And everything was mostly the same, but then every time, like, when Hikaru was like, I'm going to fight the Kappa, I was like, okay, bye! And then when he asked if we were afraid of him, I was like, fuck yes! And I was basically like an asshole the whole time. And then I just got a bad ending where I ended up in the frickin'... Like, I skipped through it so fast, so I didn't even read it. But we sacrifice ourselves and get stuck in the cave with Sunika. And then the end basically ends because we're like, I wake up and maybe he fell in love and I don't know. And then like it ends and it's like, well, fuck. So I'm like, that didn't lead anywhere. That led to a bad ending, that not the final chapter. So then I went into, so I was like, okay, so it brings you back to the main screen. So I went back in and I'm like, let me just go through Inara's stuff again. And I'm like, because I don't think there's any choices in this. But then all of a sudden I got this final chapter, right? But it starts out like this. And I don't remember this. So this has to be the bad, but I don't know how the hell we got here. Like, I don't know. I replayed her ending, but nothing changed because I didn't save any of the changes I did the first time around. But I don't remember this being how it started, so we're just going to go through and see if this is it. What? Where am I? My body feels so light, so very light. I look around and feel my stomach turn. Oh no. No, no, no! Not this again, not here! Why am I here? I try to turn around, but I find that I can't tell if I'm moving anywhere or not. Everything looks the same. I can't tell left from right or up from down. I can feel my whole body start to shake. But when I try to wrap my arms around myself for some sort of comfort, I find that my hands slip right through. No. I look down at my hands, or what should be my hands. They're fading away. I'm fading away. No, no, no. This isn't real. This can't be happening. Was everything just a dream? Did I never really escape this void between worlds in the first place? Help! It's pointless. There's no hope for me. I'm going to disappear, and... Hot tears stream down my face. I can barely breathe. I'm all alone out here in the nothing. The emptiness is filled with the only sound of my desperate sobs. With only the sound of my desperate sobs. Hikaru. Inara. I look around. What? That voice. Hikaru? Inara, wake up! Hikaru's face. Why does it look sad? I blink a few times, heavily disoriented. I realize that Hikaru was holding me by the arms, as if he'd been shaking me awake. I look down at them and he lets go. Are you okay, Inara? Yeah, I think so. I put a hand into my face, trying to clear sleep away. My sleeve catches my eye and I realize I'm still sleeping in this damn kimono. I inhale deeply, trying to wake up and sleepily glance at Hikaru. Okay, so here, I'm seriously not sure because I just went into the chaos of the sorceress and I just started it and I click skip all the way through and then it brings you to the ending and it brings you to this ending. So how did I get this ending? I don't know. Because I didn't even save any of the stuff I did when I restarted to skip through and be like, screw all you guys and be an asshole. So why am I getting the dark ending? I don't really know how this happened. But this is definitely not what happened in our last ending, so. Why are you here? Because this is my apartment. And more importantly, you were having a nightmare. I was? Oh. I think back to what I just saw. I was back there. I was going to disappear again. Oh, yeah. Guess I was. You were screaming. Hikaru reaches over without looking at me and grazes my cheek with his thumb. That's when I realize I've been crying. Shit, how embarrassing. Sorry. There's no need to apologize. We can't help what we dream about. Yeah, okay, thanks then. It was about everything that happened lately, wasn't it? I nod numbly. Yeah. But I'm an awful person. I've done terrible things. Maybe it would have been better for everyone if I had just faded out of time back then. That's not true. I mean, it would have been better for me, at least. Oh. We sit inside. Wait, what did he just say? Oh, it wouldn't have. That's not true. It wouldn't. I thought he said it would have. It wouldn't have been better for me, at least. Oh. We sit in silence like that for a few moments until I can't stand it anymore and hop up. It's too weird being here so close to him, so close like this with him. I walk around the room and stretch while Hikaru follows me with his eyes, but I still feel impossibly tired. What time is it? Just after 9 p.m. You haven't been asleep that long. Yeah, I feel like it. But I feel too anxious to go back to sleep right away. What do you want to do then? I stop pacing and pause, thinking. Well, could you talk to me? About what? I get nervous, suddenly feeling as if I'm prying. He hates when I pry, but maybe things are different now that I know the truth about him. I sit down on the edge of the bed and look back at him. Well, like, what happened after you were sealed? After I was sealed? I want to know about what you did after. What was it like for you when you awoke? Well, when I woke up, I was completely alone. My wounds from the fright had completely healed while I was between dimensions. Sunika was nowhere in sight. I guess she had escaped earlier, but I was hoping that she'd been left in the other dimension when I had been allowed to escape. Even though I doubted it, I had no other choice but to just leave the cave. I traveled out of the cave, into the field where my last farewells were had, past that into forest looking for a nearby town. But when I got there was a strange path with huge moving chunks of metal. What I know now is automobiles, of course. But I was so surprised that I almost got hit by one. I had no idea what was going on. I was so lost, and I had no one with me. Finally, I decided to call the only person who I knew could hear me, no matter the time or place. Galen, I know that you can hear me. I need your help, please. As soon as I called him, he appeared, almost as if he'd been waiting for me. I had met the god in the past several times, as he was Lady Shizuka's friend. Shameful to say, but I was jealous of him, of their relationship, and his careless attitude irritated me. But now, as life seems to have a way of doing, I needed to count on him. You rang? I explained my situation to Galen, and he in return explained to me that 500 years had passed since I'd been sealed. It all began to sink in quickly. My friends, dead. The parents that raised me, long dead. The woman I loved, gone forever. Though I now know differently, I had no idea of her immortality back then. Although I'd felt lonely plenty of times before, it was nothing compared to this. Suffocating void that was growing within myself. I guess that Galen took pity upon me, because he quietly offered to set me up with a new life here in this time period. There's nothing more I can do for you. It's alright, this is enough. I'll repay you someday. I will look forward to it. I can't even imagine how that must have felt. Can't you? Well, yeah, I guess I can a bit. Learning that I'm not human, that Shizuka used me, and then when I was thrown outside of time, I felt that kind of loneliness back then. Karu nods. But because of you, And Galen, I guess. We're here, I'm not alone anymore. We're safe, and I'd like to protect you from now on. You, what? Are you really going to make me say it again? Sorry, this is really hard to get used to. I never expected you to remember anything, much less, like me when you woke up. Hikaru sighs. And yet you fought to save me anyway. Why wouldn't I like a girl, no, a woman, like that? Because you love my mother, don't you? I did. I do. But that was over 500 years ago. And it's been a few hundred years since I awoke in this world. Oh, it's been a few years. I was like, wait, what? I learned to move on. Well, I tried to. She turned me down anyway. She did? Yes, the night before we sealed Sunika away. We had an argument. I thought I heard you two arguing. In case we died, I thought I should confess to her the feelings I had carried since I had seen her when I was 16. But she told me I reminded her of the brothers she had lost long ago. She told me that she loved me like a brother. Thinking back, I should have been honored to hear that. But instead I got angry. I was foolish. I was frustrated and scared of the upcoming fight, and I had held these feelings in for so long. I guess with the fear of confessing, the fear of losing her in the fight, and having my hopes crushed like that, I reacted badly. Got upset. It's not an excuse for my actions, but that's what happened. So we didn't speak properly again, except to say farewell before the fight. That's the last memory I have of her. I see. Must have been haunting you all this time. It has been, but when I awoke, I tried to move on. Not only had she rejected me, but I thought she was dead. There was no reason to continue to have these feelings. So I dated, messed around, but I never forgot her. I couldn't forget her. Seeing you suddenly appear with her face, especially as a student of mine, it was difficult. Sorry, I didn't know. I just thought you hated me. Hikaru shakes his head with a smile. It's me you should be sorry. You didn't deserve that. No, I understand. It's not like you could have just told me all that stuff. And it's not possible to control how we feel. You're kind and forgiving as always. Yeah, a little creepy. Now, Hikaru rises up, walks over to me, and scoops me up in his arms. See, the other one I kind of forgot. I was like, wait, you loved our mother. But now you're on us. Now he's like talking about how much he wanted to bang our mom. And it's like, this is just fucking, I can't. That part I don't like. I can understand if he was like, no, you were the person I was talking about because I remember you from the past. Like, you know what I mean? Like remembering, because that always happened. That happened in his past. It was our future. You know, we didn't know anything, but so I just kind of wish they had gone with that instead of like, he loved our mom. It's just kind of creepy. Hikaru rises up, walks over to me, and scoops me up in his arms. Hikaru, what the hell? And dumps me on the bed. Putting an arm on either side, he leans over me without touching me. It's time to sleep, okay? I can tell you're still tired. That's not where I thought this was going. I'm like, this is the dark end? Okay, he's not gonna try to get frisky, so, okay, that's pretty dark. Just kidding. The dark ends aren't actually bad. They're just not as passionate or love. You get the passionate ending, where you get the, like, lovey ending, or you get, like, the dark ending, which is still good, but just not as... Anyway, it's my turn to watch over you for tonight. Then he stands up, but not before touching my nose affectionately. I'll be right out here if you need me. Good night, Onara. With that, I'm left alone with only with my thoughts. When the shock wears off, I realize how fast my heart was beating. There are many things that aren't clear to me yet, and many things that I don't understand. The least he could have done was giving you like a t-shirt and a pair of boxer shorts or something. But even if our paths are filled with pain and darkness, I can hope that our path is always lit by light. And I think that if Hikaru was there, even if it isn't, I'm willing to face that unknown future together with him. Okay, so I'm assuming that. Okay, cool. Do celestial love, eternity with you. Cool. Let's go. Let's just make sure. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I think that's. Boop. Yay! Okay, so we got both. That's cool. Oh yeah, the first one was the passionate duh because I remember seeing it. Okay. What's this? Several months after you finish your time travel adventures, you once again get pulled into a divine conflict. Reunite with the gods to tie up loose ends and find out what the true nature of the connection between you and Hikaru is in the finale to Mystic Destinies. Oh my god. Oh, why am I doing this? We can't read the epilogue yet. The epilogue is its whole other part. Like, this is... Oh my god. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to wrap this part up here, And I will see you guys in the epilogue. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.